What's up, YouTube? It is your boy Big Cool coming to you from Cool TV Reviews, and I am back with my review of Season 9, Episode 1 of The Walking Dead. It premiered last night, and it was a very good episode in my opinion. We've seen everything that was left off in Season 8 pick up right where, or Season 9 pick up right where Season 8 left off. The turmoil between Maggie and Daryl and Jesus and Rick. Jesus to a lesser extent, because while he's a very important character, he's not on the magnitude of Maggie and Daryl. It's clear as day that Rick, Maggie, and Daryl no longer see eye to eye. Rick is still the leader overall right now. Daryl is the leader over at the sanctuary, and Maggie is the leader of the hilltop. And they're at odds pretty much because Rick decided to spare Negan's life instead of killing him, like I felt he should have. I agree with Daryl and Rick and Daryl and Maggie and everybody that agrees that Negan should have died. You know, he killed Abraham, he killed Glenn. He did so much, caused so much turmoil and angst and pain to the people in Alexandria and shit, the Ocean View, hell, the Hilltop, Kingdom, you name it. Negan was a destructive factor in these people's lives. Now, what we saw in last night's episode, obviously, Rick is still Rick. He won't be on the season all the way through, as this is Andrew Lincoln's last season portraying Rick Grimes on The Walking Dead. It is yet unclear how they decide to handle his exit. Will it be by death or just him deciding to go to another state, maybe leaving the door open for a possible return? Who knows? We'll have to see how that goes as the season plays out. But it's clear as day that Maggie is definitely going to be a badass Maggie. She's not with the shits. She is not playing. And she let Rick know later in the episode that the conversation they had when they was at war, he said eventually, Rick told her this, eventually I'm going to be following you. And that is exactly what she reiterated to him, because he went to her and I'm all out of wax, but he went to her asking for help on how to build, on rebuilding the bridge. You know, she's been more than gracious in giving supplies and giving food to the different communities, but now she's fed up with it. You know, she said she would give the Saviors food, but they're gonna have to use pretty much all their supplies and all their men and women to build the bridge and give something back from the cornfield that they sell. And Rick is like, that's kind of, they already barely getting by now. And honestly, she's not trying to hear it, because in her eyes, those are still the people that worked under Negan. Those were still the people that terrified and terrorized her people, and I can't blame her for being upset. And you got Daryl, who is tired of, leading the sanctuary. He wants to be back out there free, freestyling, freelancing, which I feel he's better, like he stated to Rick, that he's better at doing that than he is being a leader. Although I think he's a very capable leader, but him being out there patrolling the outskirts and, cruising on his motorcycle, looking for supplies and looking for, food and whatnot, I think he benefits better out there than he does in here, because he's a strong part of the team. You got Carol and Ezekiel who are dating. Carol is going to take over for a little bit at the sanctuary to allow Daryl to clear his mind, to distance himself from this situation, and to do what he does best, which again is roam and patrol the outskirts of each community, which I think he'll thrive in. Rick and Michonne still going strong. Michonne is kind of iffy. She's 50-50 on the fence about, did they really make the right decision to spare Negan's life instead of killing him, which she told Rick when they're in the bed cuddled up, and Rick said that he thinks the same thing. So the gist of the episode 1 is like, look, man, Negan is still very much effective and very much relevant in this season. Although we didn't see him in episode 1, he's still very much there because he's still breathing. I think it would be a totally different outlook if he was dead, deceased, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Him being alive is keeping Maggie from going to Alexandria because Negan is being held captive there. And Maggie, I'm pretty sure she would try to kill him if she got her hands on him. As for as Gregory and Maggie's relationship, it's one of those you can't really stand each other, but you speak because you're trying to do what's best for your team and just trying to be a better person. But you got Gregory taking advantage of Ken's parents after his death, knowing that they, helping them pretty much relapse into drinking again, to get them drunk, to get them riled up, get them angry, to try to take out Maggie, which was unsuccessful. Gregory had told Maggie that somebody had defaced Glenn's grave, and that clearly upset her. She's in love with Glenn still to this day, even after he's been dead a couple of years, you know what I'm saying? Or however the time skip is, 5-10 years, whatever it may be. So she frantically go checks it, and then as she's going to check it, you see somebody in a hood attack her and kind of rough her up real good. Other members of the Hilltop come out to help her. Enid gets knocked down, hits her head, get knocked unconscious. Then I forgot the other guy's name who was singing at the funeral of Ken, but he comes out and helps, and they find out that it's Ken's dad. Obviously, Maggie knew what was up when she seen that. It wasn't a coincidence that as soon as Gregory told her that somebody had defaced Glenn's grave, that she go over there and she's getting attacked. She comes back, they get in a little tussle argument. He pull out the knife. His weak ass ain't strong enough to do it, kill her. She could have killed him right then and there, but she spared him. But that's as far as she spared him. It appeared at the end of the episode that he died because she had him on a horse with a noose wrapped around his neck. Had Daryl, hit the horse. The horse had run away, and Gregory would hang. It appeared that he did die. She did tell Daryl to cut him down, but I guess we'll find out more. Either episode 2 or 3 or 4 down the line if he did indeed die or not. But I'm thinking he did. His body looked lifeless, but I could be wrong. But overall, man, it was a good episode. I definitely enjoyed it. It was an hour, it's an extended episode, and it was a good start off. On my cool rating, I'm gonna give it a 8 out of 10. It really wasn't a lot of action. Also, the whole scene. Let me jump back before I leave the video. The whole scene where Ezekiel almost died, where they was getting the trailers and the canoes and everything, more equipment, so they could have more transportation and build get more vegetables and everything. They got more cropping tools and equipment they needed to further grow and continue their food growing process. Shit, the glass broke. Ezekiel fell through it. Almost got towed by some walkers, but they were able to save him and pull him to safety. So that was I was nervous about that. I was like, oh man, Tim, they ain't gonna take out a major character in the first episode, and they didn't. Well, unless you consider Gregory a major, character. But yes, cool rating, 8 out of 10. I enjoyed the episode. I look forward to episode 2 next Sunday night. Like the video, drop your comments in the comment section down below, giving me your thoughts on last night's season 9 premiere of The Walking Dead. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, turn your notifications on, share these videos, and until next time, I am out. Peace.